Hey, today we are talking with Tanner Booth and Amy Gant, Berkshire Hathaway real estate agents, and we are going to try to avoid talking about real estate as long as possible because we know that that's extremely boring. Sorry.
We'll see. I'll give it 60 seconds.
Yes. So welcome to the Closing Time podcast. Let's start with your trip. You just went on an amazing trip.
I did.
That you didn't take me on.
Next time. Next
Didn't
time.
take your
Never.
kids.
I didn't take the kids.
Never?
No, took Peter Gant. Favorite guy.
Wow. Where'd you go?
So we went to Europe. And this all started because his mother was very generous and she was going on a trip to Germany and she treated her sisters to go. And then we were joking with her about it, going, hey, thanks for the invite. So she said, hey, if you guys want to come and join us. Well, it just happened to fall the week of Oktoberfest. I guess actually Oktoberfest is more than a week, but yeah. And so we decided we're going to go. Why don't we fly into Charles de Gaulle? We'll do a few days in Paris. Then we'll hop over to Munich, do Oktoberfest there, explore Germany just a little. And then if you know me, I always have a life list and things I want to do, places I want to go. So Switzerland has been on my list for quite some time. So we hopped over to Grindelwald over there and then went back to Paris and came home all in a week.
Wow. Did you pick us up a Swatch watch or anything?
So that was actually on my list of things. But when you have been going for 7 days nonstop, it becomes a lower priority. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of ticked. But
so David and Tanner didn't get invited, and they're a lower priority to get a Swatch watch.
Oh, no. You were never getting the Swatch. That was for me. That was totally for me.
Tanner, do you know what a Swatch watch is?
No.
What? You never had a Swatch?
No, he didn't. He wasn't alive when they came out.
All right, they're made in Switzerland. It's way before Apple Watches and all of that stuff. They came in funky colors, designs. If you're really cool, you'd have 2 or 3 on one wrist.
And then you'd have bands that they tie on top.
No, what I remember is that those sport bands that supposedly made you balance better growing up. You guys don't remember? Did you ever buy them for your kids? They're I can't remember what.
You put it on your chest?
You wear there's a necklace and then there was a band.
Oh yes.
The made you
copper.
balance.
They're like copper or something, weren't they?
I can't remember, but
Wait a minute.
Yes, they were bright. It was, I think, a whole Lance Armstrong thing.
I do remember that. Okay, but I want to go back to swatches. Did you wear jams with your swatch?
Unfortunately, like most trends in the 80s, I was a little short, stocky kid. And they didn't care about us short, stocky kids, so I never got to wear jams. I never had a pair of parachute pants. I didn't have a Michael Jackson jacket. I had nothing.
I did have a Michael Jackson doll. He dated Barbie. But I did have parachute pants and jams.
Yes.
Man, jams were...
That's hilarious. I had nothing.
The brighter, louder colored shorts, the better. They were awesome patterns and things like that. Poor guy.
So I know.
Jams.
So what was the best stop there? What was something that a normal person would not do, maybe you accidentally stumbled upon, whether it was a cafe or a spot or it was everything major touristy stuff?
Well, my best food, I think, came from street vendors. I love street vendors and see what they're serving that day. Okay, the best thing I wanted to do, but I didn't get to do it, so we're going back, was actually hang gliding off of the mountain in Grindelwald. And we were too late to do it. It's actually very reasonable. But I watched, there's like a poor puppy dog when its owner leaves, you just sit there watching people. I want to do that. And so Peter has promised we'd go back and we'd both do it.
So what'd you miss when you were gone? Like, what are you like, okay, I'm having a blast, but I miss ice? Or...
No, you know what I missed? American coffee.
Really?
People say that the best coffee is in France or it's in Germany.
Oh, it's in Colombia.
Colombia has good coffee. Jamaica has good coffee. I miss my coffee the way I like it at home. I miss that probably more than anything. I could not wait to come home and have coffee out of my coffee pot and drink it in my living room.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of traveling places like that is I never go somewhere and just sit outside and have a cup of coffee and like
you're always on
a pastry. Like, I feel like you're either getting a full breakfast and you're inside a restaurant. I just love that you just gotta stop. You're not even hungry. Like,
Have coffee.
I don't want to leave this spot right here. Let's just sit and have coffee.
That is my favorite thing to do, regardless
Yes.
whether I'm at home, whether I'm traveling. But Switzerland, again, Grindelwald was a little different because it's an alpine village, really at the base of a really high mountain. So you're looking up, and there's people, and there's these tiny little houses, and there's cows, the coolest cows, and they have cowbells. And so the cowbells sound like wind chimes. I had no idea I would be so excited over cows walking around. And
They have wind chimes like that?
well, they have a big cowbell, but it
And it's
sounds like
more
metal wind chimes. It's
That's
the
pretty
coolest
cool.
thing. I have to play the video for
Find
you.
one, put on my dog.
I brought one back for my dad because I keep
You're making
losing
one
him.
up.
Yes, I lose this man in airports. Everywhere we go, I lose him. So I said I brought him back a little cowbell from Switzerland. I said, put this on your belt loop
Wow.
and wear it in the airport. He said, do I have to? I said,
Yes,
yes.
you do.
And so he's all in.
So Tanner, you were drinking your coffee black this morning.
I am. It's the only way to drink it.
I guess
Hey.
I don't know. So can you tell the difference in like a good cup? You know, people are like, oh, the coffee there is
Absolutely.
terrible. So when you drink it black, I guess you're a lot more sensitive
You
to
can
it.
tell the difference. There's no doubt.
What kind do you like? Strong, mild?
Probably a medium roast.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
I mean, is it one shot better than the other? Because like I hate Starbucks just coffee with cream and sugar. If it ain't got chocolate and whipped.
A lot of people don't like this, but I'm a big Dunkin' guy.
I was just about to ask that question.
I'm
I like
a
Dunkin'
big,
coffee
too.
big Dunkin'
I have
guy.
friends that said McDonald's had great coffee.
Yeah.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a Chick-fil-A fan. Chick-fil-A coffee,
Their coffee?
I love everything about Chick-fil-A, but their coffee.
It's got tons of chemicals in it. You know how they-
I don't.
Foxtail's good. They just opened
Yeah.
a new one
Yes.
up in Noonan, so if you're coming through Noonan.
Now, what about the other
I didn't
place?
realize
Have y'all
that.
been to the one that's a drive-through in Noonan that is?
I just passed it this morning.
It's ridiculous. Like I've been there at all times of the day, and there's 10 to 12 cars in line, and all it is a drive-through. I can't remember what it's called. It's on the left if you're heading towards Noonan.
Right across from the car wash, 7
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 Brew.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's right there.
So what's so
by
special about it?
going Thomas Crossroads at the Mr. Clean Car Wash.
Okay.
Have you had it yet?
I've had it.
And?
You can get. They have 1,002,000 different things on their menu.
But
It's a
just
you go
drive-through. It looks like
Yeah.
a Rally's or
Yeah,
a
it's,
that burger.
So-
you come in and you're supposed like it's kind of like Chick-fil-A. It's like as quick as possible to get you
Yeah.
through.
how is it?
But you can get iced coffee, regular coffee, energy drinks, kind of like a nutrition drink.
Really, those
So,
teas with all
yeah,
that. I
something.
do like.
Okay, there's a new shop in Peachtree City I've been to, locally owned. They're expensive, but they're good.
Yeah, they're
And
not.
they're really
What
good.
is it?
I haven't had that. There's
It's
General.
Peachtree. It's like Peachtree or Peachtree Teas. It's near. Oh my gosh, Fifth Avenue Skincare, right
Oh,
there.
New York.
No, it's right there. It's just down the street from where you live. If you're headed
Fifth
toward our
Avenue. We don't
office.
have Fifth Avenue.
You know what it's called? Skincare is it's an esthetician.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't get asked.
I had a feeling that you should. You like it.
I
Get a
would.
little facial, get a little moisturizer,
I
a little
would.
peel.
I don't do a good job shaving. I really don't care enough, and so
I have to.
yeah.
Have
try.
to.
I'll try. All right, I've got some great questions. We're gonna have a little fun before we start
All
talking.
right.
It's gonna make you look really smart or really dull. See, I didn't say dumb.
He didn't say dumb,
I
he said dull.
Not
Okay.
dull.
Okay.
All right, let's try this.
Who's the first question
These
for?
are music. It's for whoever. I want both of you to answer.
The
Okay.
buzzer. Beep, beep.
It's 7:00 on the
AM?
dot. Where is Usher?
What are we supposed to?
Wait a minute. He's in the club with his homies.
What do,
Good
what,
job.
what
He's
do
not in
I
the club
say?
with his homies?
It's 7:00 on the dot. He's in his drop top.
Ah.
What's
He
it?
could have been in the club with his homies.
not
Let's
a
try
good
again.
guy.
We're gonna see
I'm
it.
embarrassed that I
I'm
didn't
not
know that
What type
one.
of shoes did Nelly want to pair?
Oh, I'm
That's
so
all you.
ashamed. I'm
That's all
so
you.
ashamed. I should
I'm
know
You
this.
know enough for these two,
I'm
right? I've
horrible.
got some more that are gonna.
I'm
fit
horrible
you.
at music.
I got nothing. I'm
Air
so
Force Ones. Oh my
okay. I
goodness.
didn't. That's not what. That wasn't on my list. So
All
I
right, this
missed
one's
it.
for Amy. Loretta was proud to be whose daughter?
A coal miner's daughter.
Yes, she got it. All right, let's see if you can get this one.
Uh-oh.
What kind of stain was on Tim McGraw's shirt?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
I love that one. We call it, anytime you drop something on yourself at a cookout, it's your
What
Tim
song is
McGraw
that?
starter kit.
Yeah.
I got a barbecue stain on my white T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can't remember any of that. Like I'm just not good. If I hear a song, I can sing along, but you ask me the name of the song, I can't.
I just make up words as I go normally.
Whose mom has it going on?
Stacy's mom.
Boom. What is Jenny's phone number?
867-5309.
Nah,
No, just kidding. Was that it? It was okay.
How do you spell bananas? This is a trick one, but I think how do you spell bananas?
I'm trying to.
B-A-N-A. B-A-N-A.
Oh, I was trying to think. I'm like, did I really miss?
Let's go back to country. What auction was John Michael Montgomery at?
I don't know.
Hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine, oh mine. I'll do your bidding and be at your beck and call. I've never seen anybody looking so fine. Man, I gotta have her. She's one of a kind. She's going once, going twice. I'm sold to the lady on the second. I don't know.
The Grundy
County auction. Yes.
Grundy.
Yes. Tracy Bird said instead of drinking and driving, do this.
Save a horse, ride
No,
a. That's
instead
not
of
wrong.
drinking and driving, do the watermelon crawl.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
All right, let's see what we got. What does TLC not want any of?
Scrubs.
Scrubs. Okay. Amy, when you were in,
I'm terrified.
Uh-oh.
what did you want? What did they want you to back up? It's a rap song.
Back that thing up.
Well, we'll go with that. We'll let you have that.
That's a better word.
Back that thing up.
Yeah.
Yes, this is live. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give you one more, just because this is fun.
We're gonna nail it. I can feel it.
Where did Bryan Adams buy his sixth string? Sorry,
These are, I don't know any of these.
From a sixth string.
I can hear the song, and now the words are going in my head. That's probably what I
Five
sing.
and dime. Which I don't know how you bought a guitar at a five and dime at anyone.
It was another time. It was another time.
I mean, I assume five and dimes was like a. Does that mean $5 and $10? Still, that would
No,
still be cheap back then.
no.
What's a five and dime? Just
Five and
a-
dime at the dime store means everything was kind of like a Dollar General.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, he didn't buy a six string there.
No, he lied to us. All right, let's make it a little bit hard. Oh, yeah, here's one. Chris Stapleton says you're as smooth as.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah. What road takes you home?
Country road.
Country road. All right, we're getting a little bit more difficult. We're going to test your knowledge as real estate agents. These are all mortgage questions.
I'm sure we're gonna ace it.
You are. What is the minimum down payment for a conventional loan on a primary residence?
Well, no, it
Go down.
depends.
It can, but generically.
True.
There are special programs, like USDA is considered conventional, but on a generic conventional
I
program.
mean, traditional, you put 20% down, but then you've got programs. I mean, is it conventional if you've got zero down? Is that still conventional?
Well, I guess that's the technical. So they do, but Fannie Mae doesn't necessarily offer a 0%.
Okay.
So the answer is 3%.
I was
So
gonna
most
say
people think it's 5 because typically you have to put 5% down, but there are some unique situations that Fannie Mae allows 3%.
So what is one of those? You gotta have good credit.
For the 3%,
Yeah.
it's income based, and one's income based, one's first time home buyer based. For the 3% down.
First
So-
time. So tell me about the first time home buyer base. How does that work?
It's
What
got
is-
an income.
Income's got to be.
It's got to be a first time home buyer, and then it's
Mhm.
got to be a percentage of the HUD median income to qualify for it. I
So
don't
it's
remember
got to
if
be
it's
pretty
85.
high income.
No, it's got to be a low income.
Oh,
You
well,
can't be over.
You can't be.
They
over.
assume if you make so much money, you should be able
Should
to come
be
up
able
with
to
5%.
Okay.
So
Makes
it's
sense.
targeted towards lower.
Makes
income.
sense. But when you hear 3% or 3.5%, you automatically
Yeah.
assume FHA, and
FHA.
it's not.
Stop
So.
answering my question.
Oh,
Wow.
I peeked.
What does PMI stand for?
Private mortgage insurance.
Yes.
Go, Tanner.
True or false? FHA loans are only for first time home buyers.
false.
False.
That is false.
Although for years I thought that was true because it's
Yeah,
called
some
first
people
time
still
home
do.
buyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
they
people
do.
don't like it.
Yeah.
Which is why we addressed it today. What is the typical credit score needed to qualify for a conventional mortgage? I'd say this is pretty hard line because conventional loans have to be run through the automated underwriting system, DU and LP.
Do you have a number in
Typically,
mind?
it's below this.
I'm saying it's got to be in the
I'll send
six.
620.
620.
Oh, was it it? Okay.
620 it is. Now FHA is different. So FHA will go. Everybody's different. Technically, I think the book says they'll go to 550. It's pretty hard to get anything under 580.
Mhm.
Anything under 600, typically they got to put 10% down of their own funds. It's like,
Mhm.
why you got a 500 credit score
If you can put 10% down,
so
the
it's
average.
weird that those happen.
Yeah.
What does DTI stand for?
Debt to
income.
income.
Debt to income. That's right. Ooh. How long does a borrower have to have a home off the market before they can do a cash out refinance?
Oh.
You would never know this. I'm just messing with you.
Well, and they can't have it on the market because we've had to do it. But I don't. You take it off the market. That doesn't have to be 30 days, or is it 60?
For a regular refinance, it just has to be off the market when the appraiser goes. Cash out is 6 months.
I never knew
6
that.
months. Okay.
So, like, and the reason that's important for real estate agents is because sometimes a house isn't selling because it's in need of repair.
Yep.
And then you find out, well, they only owe
X amount.
100,000,
They
and
can
it's
take.
a 400,000. Let's take a $50,000 equity line out,
Yeah.
or an equity line you can. I don't know, but a cash out refinance you do
Yeah.
have to wait 6 months if they.
Equity line of credit, you can't have it on the market at all.
Right,
I know that
exactly.
because we ran into that in
Yes.
the last one.
So, okay, but when you say not on the market at all, I mean, if I'm on, I'm going to pull it off and then tomorrow I could apply for an equity line, or
That I don't know about. I just know it cannot be on the market.
Right.
So
I believe
we
ours are. It just has to be off the market.
off the
Okay.
market. Yeah, you
Right.
can't.
Good to know.
You can't pull a line of credit.
that's
on
a
house
valid
that's on-
conversation because right now, ding, ding, ding about real estate. I think that if homes are not move-in ready right now, they're sitting on the market so much longer. I've
Yeah.
never been a bigger proponent of go ahead, get the house ready, do the paint, do the floors, do the appliances, do whatever you need to do because buyers can be more selective right
Yeah.
now.
Beauty has it right.
Mhm.
I use that on other
100%.
products.
Yeah.
What are points when it comes to a mortgage?
Discount points.
They're bringing that rate down.
Yeah.
So, is it a point? Is it a quarter of a percent? Because
Typically, it's not a direct correlation, but man, I guess the question mainly is asking for the theme of it. You're paying cash up front to buy down the rate so that your monthly payment is low.
Mhm.
And the seller can contribute to that.
The seller sure can. Yes, there are seller buy downs. Typically, it's just a math problem.
Mhm.
We run the break-even point, see how long is it going to take you to pay yourself back for what it costs.
Mhm.
Same theory with a refinance. When you're refinancing, how much is it going to cost you to pay yourself back what you're saving every month? And
Right.
if it's anything over 2 years, it's not worth it. So the same thing with buying points or refinancing. And I will add that we have had some in-house conversations in the mortgage company about how many people are getting taken advantage of right now with the news talking about interest rates dropping, people dropping their rate 0.5%, and it costing $11,000 to do it.
But
And
how
their
long are they going
payment
to be in the
drop.
house?
But if it costs you 11, if your break-even point is 7 years, it's not worth it. And some of these math
I agree with
problems
that.
are.
Are you
terrible.
talking that the buyer's doing it, or is
No, this
it
is a
just-
refinance.
a
This is on a
refinance.
refinance.
Okay.
So the point is I'm trying to get the message out to people to run the break-even point on both of those scenarios.
Mhm.
So run that so that you know how long is it going to take you to pay back. When the seller
sense.
pays it, it's in certain situations they can actually get that money back if they sell the house.
Right.
So that's a good program. It is a
So
good
let's stay on that topic. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. Obviously, you can put on the contract right next to purchase price, seller will contribute X amount of dollars to closing costs. Or you can put it in special steps and have it say it'll be a seller concession, and then you can write in whether you want towards closing costs and discount points. How do you go about
It's
telling your
it's a
agents?
It's a seller
How do you
concession
want
either way. Whether you put it as seller paid closing costs,
Mhm.
percent, or
It's all going
a
into the
separate-
same bucket.
It's going in the same bucket. So that's important for real estate agents to know is what percentage, and that's actually the question on here.
So
Trigger
would you
on the
rather
question.
have someone just put it in the box on the contract or write it in the special steps and
Um,
have you word it?
I would say put it in the box. Oh, and just from a broker standpoint, because if you're communicating with your lender, as you should be, you have your strategy going into it
Right.
because you know the max
You've already
contribution.
run the numbers
Yeah.
to see what they're going to buy down. So, and that allows them to use it for whatever they want.
Mhm.
And the reason that's important is because I feel like we went probably about a year ago. We went through a stage where everybody, when buy downs first got
Yeah.
big, and then we saw rates drop like half a point in like 45 days.
Mhm.
Well, when people were under new construction and they had these $25,000 allowances, it didn't make sense for them to buy down the rate anymore.
Mhm.
Or there was a different strategy. So if you put it in that box and aren't specific about where to use it, then the buyer, from their buyer's advantage, they can use it wherever. So they can pay closing costs, or maybe instead of doing a temporary buy down, do a permanent buy down, pay their escrows, whatever.
Yeah.
There's other situations. So. Anything else?
Just
with
thinking.
rates?
Getting creative over there. I like it.
No. Let's see. We got points. What is the difference between a conforming and a non-conforming loan?
Let me take this one.
Yeah. Take
Okay.
it.
So
You'll be able to explain
I'll
it
give you an
better.
example. A conventional loan is typically conforming. And I think it has to do with the saleability of the loan and who will actually buy it, because most loans are sold. Right? So a jumbo loan,
Right.
gosh, I'm not going to do a very good job of explaining this, but it's a matter of what box they fit into.
There's one specific line, really.
What
There's
is-
a line in the sand. That's the conforming loan limit.
Uh-huh.
So conforming and conventional sometimes are interchangeable.
Mhm.
That's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. They set that limit. It's
Mhm.
a conforming loan. It fits
Up
into
to
Their box.
Fannie Mae box.
Yeah.
Right. That makes Fannie Mae is going to insure it. So we're going to be able to sell it to anybody.
Okay. But
When
then
you
for
move
your
above that to jumbo, these are all private investors. So if you borrow above that, it's all private investors. They set their own guidelines. So they can, so it's just different because not only do they set their own rate, but they could ask for 3 years tax return versus 1 or
Mhm.
whatever, or they can ask for 1 versus 3. They just have totally different guidelines.
So I wonder, because obviously any loan you do, just know it's going to be sold. We've even had buyers who know they're not going to sell my loan, or yes, they're going to sell your loan.
Yeah.
It's very rare that a loan is not sold. That's how the mortgage business makes money. One of the
It
ways.
makes sense that let me originate loans, let someone else mail out coupons
And
and just
service
collect
it.
payments.
Yeah.
Service it, right.
So I've seen times where a jumbo loan had a better rate than a conventional loan, and I've
Yes.
seen other times where it was the other way.
Yes.
Do you think the things that impact how sellable or how serviceable a loan is has to do with employment, stock market, stability, and things like that?
Well, jumbo loans are going to have tighter guidelines because those people, it's a bigger loan, so they don't want to mess around. They're not
Right.
doing B and C credit.
Right.
loans.
You've got to have
So
everything in
you've
place
got to
to
have
do
good
that.
credit. Typically, you've got to have at least 10% down.
And what's the jumbo loan limit right now?
Well, it just went up to what, 818, I believe?
That's
It's huge,
crazy.
yeah.
When I bought a house 10 years ago, I think it was in the fives.
Yeah. Well, we laugh about it because it was 225 when I first got in the business. It bumped to 275. We're like, oh my God, it's so big.
Now it's at 800.
And then it went to 4. It was like 425
Yeah.
forever.
Mm.
And then ever since, I think since 2025 or 2020, when the real estate market, then it
Yes.
just started really
And
climbing.
it keeps going up, which
Yes.
talks about the cost of living. And
Yeah.
I think that's where the media kind of runs with about affordability of homes and things like that too.
And I think it's good because it allows more flexibility. It allows
Totally.
a 5% down payment.
Mhm.
But
And there's
that-
just a lot more flexibility in a conventional loan. Than
That
jumbo. They're a
5%
little more
down though, you're gonna have a big monthly payment. Most people live in that
Yeah.
monthly
Oh, yeah.
payment. So I see people putting so little down, I'm going, oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a big.
And with PMI with
monthly
5% down on
Yeah.
$800,000,
That's
it's
a
about
lot.
$450
Yes.
in PMI. That's not good.
Mm.
Let's see. What is the waiting period to get a new mortgage after a bankruptcy? That's hard, and you would have no reason to know this.
I always thought it was 7 years, but I don't know where that number.
That's foreclosure.
Okay.
So foreclosure is
It
longer.
depends on what bankruptcy.
That is true. That's
Go
true for
Tanner!
FHA, yeah.
It depends.
So chapter 7, 10, 13,
Yeah.
they do have different.
It can be from 2 to I think like 5 years.
It could actually
or
be
something.
0. On a
What?
chapter 13, the one that you
Yeah.
pay it off,
Yeah.
the one that you actively paid off, that consolidated
Yeah.
and you paid off, you can still be in the bankruptcy. But you have to get a letter from the court saying that you've made 12 months on-time payments. Again, it's
And
one of
you
those
can
things.
still get a mortgage.
Yes.
I
There's a
never
lady
knew
out of
that.
our office that's doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is rare because most people don't do that
Yeah.
bankruptcy because you're
Yeah.
paying it back. Like typically, it still affects your credit the same. So
Interesting.
yeah. So
There's
FHA
hope
is
for
2
everybody.
years. Yeah. FHA is 2 years. Conventional is 4. But
Okay.
FHA will do 0 if yeah. All right. Let's see. I think that's it. I thought there was one more good. I'll ask a tough one. Let's say,
Okay.
name one situation where a borrower could use asset depletion to qualify for a mortgage. That's a unique program.
That is a unique program.
Asset
I know there's
depletion.
depletion.
So if I were to liquefy all of my assets, I could.
It's not, no.
But
yeah,
it's
that's
not
the
based
tricky
on
one.
that?
It is based off of your assets. We do a calculation that if
Yes.
you have, yeah, I just did
2
one. They had $1
houses.
million. They
Okay.
had $1 million in stocks, bonds, whatever.
Okay.
They ain't working. They might pull 3,000 this month out of it. So nothing's consistent. They don't have a consistent income, but they got lots
They
of money.
pool it.
We can take a percentage of their assets and count it as income. So we take off whatever taxes depend on their age.
Yeah.
Over time, we can take. So if it's 65%, then we divide it by 12, and that's their monthly income. So they can actually qualify based on pure assets.
Okay, but
And that's a Freddie Mac loan.
I actually like that because
It's
I
a
think
good
that
loan.
you have assets, but sometimes when you don't have a regular recurring income, you
Right.
feel like you can't qualify for a loan. But why do you acquire the assets, invest, save, and only to not be able to use it? So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
because I
that.
just did one where they both had Social Security. They were getting a pretty big house, and especially they were qualifying without selling.
Yeah.
And we were able to use all their assets to get them approved on a regular loan, so they got a normal interest rate, and it wasn't
That's
something
huge.
special. So
most definitely.
that was fun. That's all I got for questions.
All right. Okay, so I want to tell you something I heard. Well, first of all, we were flying through the airport, trying to get on our plane, all that stuff. I always look and see what are people reading in the airport.
Yeah.
What do you read in the airport or when you travel?
I'm probably watching YouTube.
Okay. Do you read? What do you do?
I used to read. Man, I used to read a lot in my 20s when I'd go to the airport. I read all the time. Now, no, I'm looking at TikTok.
So it's interesting when you're boarding a plane, especially those who board from the front and you walk through first class. I always stop and notice who's there. I notice jewelry. I notice magazines, and a lot of them now are digital, but they're not reading garbage. They're not
Right.
reading gossip stuff.
Mhm.
They're not. They might be scrolling social, but it
Yeah.
was interesting, and so you kind of take note when you're reading things. And this was my first big girl moment sitting on the plane this trip. But what I was reading was market information. And we're finally at the first time where we had mortgages. We had mortgages that were at 3%. Okay. Then we've had mortgages that are at 7% and 12% and higher. To me, 7% is always my threshold for a healthy mortgage rate.
Mhm.
And that sounds crazy, but if you haven't been in a market where they were 9%, 10%, and way higher than that, it doesn't make sense to you yet. But we now have enough homeowners because houses are still selling, but we're not at that 3% level right now. We now have as many people who have 5%, 6%, even some 7% mortgages that they balanced out these 3% mortgages because it
Right.
was like everybody was in this one, so nobody wanted to move.
Right.
We're now finally getting enough balanced mortgage rates with homeownership in the market that we're starting to see people, I guess the amount of people who are willing to step out of that mortgage balance out as well. So what this means for us is that we're going to see more inventory open up and more people who were saying, no, I won't walk away from this mortgage. Well, now they're thinking, oh, okay, I'm not leaving the pool where everybody has a lower interest rate. I'm now stepping into a pool where it's becoming a neutral, like, oh, this is the norm again.
Yes.
So I think we're going to see
I think
some
people can
balance
stomach
restored.
6% a lot better. So that is-
Absolutely.
for our industry, that is the prediction for the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's to get to 6%.
Wow.
Mhm.
And the high,
Yeah.
the high fives by next year.
Go
I've
back
seen
and
some that
look.
even lower than that, which scares me because I think if we get below 5.5, then to me something's wrong with the economy. So.
But that's why we lower rates. Is whenever we
Exactly.
want to stimulate the economy, and I mean, look at your stocks right now.
Yes.
Whether I mean, look at your 401k, look at how well they've done.
Yeah.
And so our rates were so low, in my opinion only, that it created this superficial story in our head that that was normal. There was
Yeah.
nothing normal
Yeah,
about
'cause
having a
that's what people
3% interest
want.
rate.
They've always had.
Right. And there's nothing normal about that. Kudos to everybody who does. Great. That means that you're paying, more, you're paying mortgages down quicker. Pay it off. Pay the whole thing off. But don't shy away from a 6% rate or even a 6.5, because that's still historically, when you go and look at interest rates,
It's a great rate.
that's a great rate.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And we will see 10%, 12% in our lifetime. We'll see it again.
I hope not. I hope
I
not
think we'll
anytime
see
soon.
it.
Yeah.
But that's also a sign of a thriving economy as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
So what
So-
are rates at? What's that?
We're back right around 6.5. So we dipped below. We dipped about 6.25 right before the last Fed move, and then immediately after they started going back up, and we probably went to 6.625, and then we've kind of crept back down. So you might see a 6.375.
What about FHA? Because I just
FHA is not as moving as much. It's probably still right at 6%, because I think I got a 5.625 as low as that.
Woo!
Like FHA rates are really aggressive.
How's VA
Yeah,
versus
same.
FHA?
Really good.
Good.
Yeah.
For anybody out there who's looking at these programs, do it now,
Yeah.
because those rates,
take
you
advantage
assume
of
they're
it,
not as
yeah.
good as conventional. Like, no, they're actually a little better.
They're better, and I think they're preemptively lower. I think as rates drop, I don't think they're going to drop to 4 and conventional. I think
Right.
conventional is going to
They'll
drop
catch
and
up.
catch up.
Yeah.
I think those are adjusted to help stimulate first-time home buyers or to benefit
Yeah.
veterans.
What
So-
about, I mean, the elephant in the room is the government shutting down. Does that affect anybody, FHA, VA, the government loans?
So the two things that USDA loans can't close, they're froze. They can't do anything. Everything else is running along. The only potential problem, if it lasts too long, is the 4506. So we have to verify people file their tax returns. So we actually send in a form. We can do it online. We send it to verify people have filed their tax returns. There are workarounds short term, but if somebody's self-employed, then it's probably going to be a requirement, and it could delay.
Makes sense.
So, but I think 2 weeks is the average shutdown.
Yeah, I've had a lot of questions on that.
Really?
Are they going to close, or can they? What's going to happen?
Get that
We've not had any issues. I think bigger is just mentality. I think people are kind of frozen in place. People don't like uncertainty.
Well, but I also think now it's happened several times,
Right.
and I think people are becoming immune to it.
Oh,
Are they
that-
really
well,
paying attention?
Yeah.
The stock market did nothing but go up.
Yeah,
Ever
it's
since
crazy.
then.
That makes
It's
no
ridiculous.
sense.
It's ridiculous. And back to what you said about, I just challenge everybody to not live, based on how well your portfolio has gone up.
Mm-hmm.
Your 401k, you've probably seen 20-30% gains. That can be pulled at any time
And we know
and
people who
drop
lost
big
it all.
time. So if you're living a life above what you're bringing in
Mhm.
income,
because of that.
be very careful, because that, I don't believe that that's coming anytime soon.
Hope not.
But I hate to think that people are seeing these massive gains, and if you're pulling that money out, spending it, good
Mhm.
for you.
Yeah.
But if you're borrowing because you see your 401k up, then that's a challenge that might hurt you down the road. So just encouraging people to live within it.
I encourage that no matter what. And I know
Definitely.
you've been a huge proponent of that too. And you and I've talked about this, where just because you're approved for $900,000 doesn't mean you need to spend that much.
Right.
Because you still have to be able to live and enjoy your life. There's nothing worse than feeling like your house poor.
Yeah.
It's the closing cost. It's to get the loan closed, all
Yeah.
that you have to bring to the table, the down payment, all that.
And
Money
for
up front.
first-time homebuyers especially, like, they don't think that this is your home that should be keeping up with your parents' home.
No.
This is
Yeah.
your first home, and your goal might only be to have it 2 years or 3 years or
Mhm.
5. It's not your forever home.
Even if, but most, for me, I thought my first one was my forever home.
Yeah.
I bought a for sale by owner. There was no agent. And I thought, we've got this. I know exactly what we're paying for the home. I had no idea there was closing cost. I was furious. Like 3 days before, you want me to bring
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I just did one that was they're approved up to 550, but I mean we're at 328 because
Yeah.
that's where they're comfortable at.
I love
But
those
good
people.
for them
That's-
because
I mean,
that
they're
means
rock solid.
that means that you got them and they understand what their monthly payment's
Mhm.
going to be.
Yeah.
And they understand what their utilities and their groceries and their lifestyle is going to be.
Yeah.
Kudos to them.
And that makes them more rock solid because their income and everything. And
Yeah.
we're able to do a shorter, financing contingency and all that
Love
type
it.
of stuff to make it
Yeah.
a stronger offer. And then that's what they're comfortable with. That's what they
Yeah.
want.
And we
That's-
have inventory.
We
We
do.
didn't have inventory in
We
the
do.
300s for
and
the
the
longest
house they're
time.
getting is show ready and had multiple showings in
Furnish
day
it.
1 and day 3 we were able to get it,
Yeah.
which is
That's awesome.
that's the way the market's going.
I love it. I love
Well,
it.
let's finish up with seasonality. I wanted to talk about we're moving into holiday season. We're in October. Halloween, is it a good time to buy? Or please don't give me a generic. It's always a good time to buy.
No.
Oh, there's that. Let's talk about it's Halloween.
Yes.
If you're listing your house, can you still decorate for Halloween?
Yes,
So you can.
absolutely.
All right. What
No.
about as much stuff as I have? Is that
I kind of have a
Okay.
different answer.
All right,
That's
so I'm
fine.
going to say I think for external photographs, I think photographs need to be neutral.
yeah.
I
So I'm going to
agree.
ask you to move it because your house may not sell during Halloween. It may not even sell during Christmas. So I'm going to want everything neutral in the house for photographs. But absolutely, if you're living in your house, like I think people who decorate for the holidays,
Yes.
yes, I was looking at Airbnbs for December, and I kid you not, there are pictures of Christmas trees already
You
up. I
just
went.
got back from vacation. Stop looking.
She's already planning the next
I
one.
did.
So what do you think about like
Photos,
where's the
I agree.
line? I guess.
Photos, you got to be neutral because,
Okay.
like she said, I mean, it could be December and you still have Halloween.
And then it's clear to people that are looking at the house. Wow, this has been on the house for 3 months. You got Halloween.
Well, and we actually use that in training examples. We'll go, hey guys, it's Valentine's Day, and there are still pumpkins on their porch. This tells me, oh, it's been there a while, which is not a bad thing, but there is a mentality of, oh, no one wants
It's
that
a
one.
mental
Yeah.
game.
And so, but you said yours may
I'm
be a
gonna
little
negotiate
different.
different if I'm a buyer and I
course.
see pumpkins. In
You're
February.
looking for a reason to
yeah,
You're looking
negotiate.
to, yeah. I think there's a line where it's a healthy line of too much versus,
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're coming in Christmas and there's all kind of, Christmas scents and everything, and it's over the top, and people can't imagine them living in it,
Yeah.
and their couch in the living room and their Christmas tree, or, whatever their dining room table there, that it could
But you
be
can
too
still
much.
put a tree up.
But you can,
You can
yes.
still
Absolutely.
put some, but just
Yeah.
maybe not
For.
every
Over the top.
Not 4.
So like I do. I'm
Like
a little.
you only have 4.
I'm a little over the top. I like Christmas trees. The
Yes.
lights make me very happy and love having people over. So if my house were on the market, I would certainly
Tone it down.
tone it down. And now I don't have a Christmas village, but there are people who do. I probably wouldn't have a Christmas village all over my entire dining room and living room.
Mhm.
I want to be able to
Because it
see.
shrinks the space. We all
Yeah.
know that feeling when you pull that tree out in November or what, January
Yes.
1st or December 26th, whatever it is.
It looks
Your
big
room
again.
just like, holy
It
cow.
looks
I
big
remember my
again.
house being this big.
I know.
Just taking decorations down. So that is something to think about with.
It's important.
Okay, now what do you do? Live tree or artificial?
I'm live tree all the time, the rest of my life. I don't care how much they charge for them. If it's, I'm not gonna pay it. I'll go cut a damn bush down. But something live is gonna be in my living.
What you don't know is that he also gets rid of his tree and has a bonfire. He has the
Yes.
biggest fire I've ever seen in Peachtree City that was controlled.
I'm mad because that person that burned one in the fire went viral for posting a video. I'm like, I
Well,
got
we
two
should have
of those
posted
photos.
your video
I got
because
2 of them.
we were here and it literally how it
Yes.
didn't burn the tree above it.
I
Is beyond me.
don't-
My
I
husband still
didn't-
talks about the great bonfire.
I'm
at
an
Christmas.
artificial guy. Always have been.
Really.
Grew
Always.
up artificial. Yeah, my parents had one.
It's just
I
the
both.
process of going to get
I like
the
all
tree.
trees. I've actually had to call him to come and get my tree because I picked out one that was too big and had to call him to go and pick it up for me.
Because it couldn't fit on top of your Tesla.
That's correct. And
I get
so
why
he-
you want a tree. It's so much easier. It's simpler, cleaner, probably even cheaper on the long haul to do an artificial.
Depends on where you
But
buy
the
a real
whole
one.
process of going to pick out a tree with your family
But
is...
you're a traditionalist across the board. You like moments. I bet you go and cut down. You saw your own
Hell
tree.
yeah.
I see. It's about
Yeah.
the moment for
See,
him.
I never grew up doing that. If I did, I'd continue it. But we
We'll
just
go
always,
do it once and see how
we
awesome it
always
is. You
had-
ride in a little wagon and they...
well, I
Should we
can't
go
go back
cut
as
down
a
a
5-year-old
tree?
going to
But
cut
when you
down a
have
tree.
kids, take them out there.
It
And
is
actually,
fun.
the
It
experience
is
is
fun.
not... We're thinking about going to North Carolina and getting an actual Fraser fir, like going and getting a
Yeah.
nice... Because I hate the trees here. that
Should we
cut
go
down.
book an Airbnb and do this?
Yes. Find us
Just
one.
saying.
The first weekend of
Because
December.
I'm just along for the ride.
I got a truck. We're going to go up there, pick whoever wants to go. We'll bring them all back. But I remember, it seems like they used to have hot chocolate, and they used
Yes, they did.
and now, like, the little
You
wagon
didn't
they
have the
pull you in,
gas
they ain't got hay in it anymore.
Oh no,
It's
I never
just-
had the whole excursion. My mother, actually, my dad didn't get into it, but my mother would take us to a Christmas tree farm. And I remember I've always wanted the biggest tree, the most perfect tree. And we would get lost going down looking for trees. Great
Yes.
memory.
Now
And
you
then
buy
the fight
that
over it. And
We did that a few times.
gas
too.
station right there by Trinity
yes.
in the front.
They have
Yeah.
beautiful trees.
They do, but that you're not getting the experience like you.
But you still kind of are. Like, I'm not mad at anybody that buys a real tree at a lot. Because
Yeah.
you're still, that, to me, that kicks off Christmas. That's for us, that's the first night that we're going to go get the tree. We're going to bring it home.
When do you
We're
get your
gonna-
tree?
I like to get it on the goal is November 26th or whatever.
Yes, the day after Thanksgiving. That's when we
Yeah.
decorate outside.
But I don't know that always happens. It's really a matter of what sports, what the weather. I think last year it rained like on a Saturday and Sunday the first weekend, and then it's dark. By the
If
time
you
they
do
get home from
artificial, though, it
school.
doesn't matter. You can do
Yeah.
it anytime.
When you take it
If
down,
you don't
though,
believe in God, don't believe in Christmas, then I guess you can get an artificial.
I have more trees, more lights, more God.
when you
More
take
God.
it down,
I hope y'all didn't miss that. More trees, more lights, more God. It's Amy Kansas.
when you take your lights down,
It's
Never.
so weird. As much as
never.
If they're
She
white,
does
you
not.
can leave them up year
February.
round.
February.
Well, so we
February.
did
March.
white lights in the backyard by the fireplace, and now those are year round
Yeah, they
lights.
stay there.
They got put up at Christmas, but they've been out for 4 years. They're white. They're
Yeah. I take my tree down, 7 a.m. December 26th.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yes.
love Christmas so
No.
much, but the second
The second it's over,
Christmas is
it's-
over, I'm
I
like, get this stuff
always
out of
said
here.
I will do a New Year's Eve party because my New Year's Eve I've still got lights.
Yeah.
I am wrapping up Christmas. Now here's the thing: mentally, Christmas is over. I'd like to do it on the 26th, but there's so much. So no, we wait till after
See, I
New
don't
Year's.
want Christmas to be over because I think that week after
It's
is
wonderful.
so much part of the holiday. It's
Yes.
like, because you can still go see Christmas lights, you go to the movies,
see, my
It
family,
just
we're
sounds-
done. Like
You're done.
your Christmas,
So-
like, get out.
2 days after,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all back to normal.
What are your traditions
Oh.
though? Like, for me, it's Christmas Eve. I love Christmas Eve. It's my favorite part of Christmas.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have consistent traditions
Uh-huh.
because with the kids,
You
and
roll with it.
course, we
Yeah.
kind of have to change it up. I don't know. We've had several that I miss. We try to go to church, obviously. Christmas
Uh-huh.
Eve.
That's my
That's
yes,
fun
love it.
because we all get dressed. It's like it's intentional. We know
Yeah.
there's no fighting. It's usually beautiful music.
Uh huh.
I love the Christmas night. We go to Chinese Christmas night.
Is that your
Yeah,
thing?
we've
I
done it
never
for
knew
years.
that. I love
We've done
that.
it for years. Just like even when I've been divorced for quite a while, but that was kind of our exchange. Of the kids would be like, "Let's meet." We'd have dinner together and eat Chinese.
That is so cool.
It was awesome. We didn't have any other food, or you were. That's one thing that like Thanksgiving's always a big meal.
Yeah.
But I've never really had I've never had a Christmas Eve meal. I don't think in my life. And I know a lot of people do a big Christmas
We
Eve
don't
meal.
cook one.
And I don't
We do
think I've ever
lasagna.
had Christmas Day a meal. I say never. I think when we were kids and we went to grandparents and all that stuff. But since I was an adult, like my brothers don't cook, my mom, we don't cook, nothing on Christmas
We
Day.
make lasagna, and it's an easy Southern style lasagna. It's got cheddar cheese in it.
Yeah.
It
It's
sounds phenomenal.
and we have Caesar salad lasagna. We go to church, we eat lasagna, we come back, we open a few gifts. We always say we're going to open 2. We end up opening more than
Yeah.
that.
Well, I'd
And
say
so-
that is my tradition. I do have one tradition that I hold to. We open stockings first, like run down the stairs, open stockings, and then it's stop. And then I'll make cinnamon rolls,
Mhm.
and
do
then
half.
try to
We'll open half
drag
the
that
gifts.
part
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just ripped
A
through.
free-for-all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do half the gifts, then we'll stop, eat breakfast, then
Yeah.
finish. But
Yeah.
we always do a big tenderloin on Christmas Eve or
Nice.
Christmas night. But
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, we go
Yeah.
to church and generally just do something. But we
So
kind of get
we're
together
having
as
lasagna
friends.
on
I was gonna say, come as if
Christmas.
you need an invitation with
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. Come on over.
Wait, I came to a couple of your parties last
You
year.
have. I was actually telling him about that. I said, David is my only friend who can come over, and my house can be a wreck, and I don't care.
And just
If you come
randomly
over,
show
I'll
up.
care. It's just different. Whereas I get very nervous if other people come over, I'm like, oh, I gotta clean up. And David's like, I'm on my way. I'm like,
It's because you've been to my
Yeah,
house and you
okay,
see my
fine.
floor. Like I'll clean my floor once in a while, like rarely,
notice.
but once in a while. And I'm like, I wonder if people look at my floor because it's disgusting. Even clean is disgusting. Like I'm looking now and there's paint chips and the floors are just horrible.
see, up
But
until you said it,
whatever.
I have not looked
That's
at your
what, in my
floor.
head. That's something I was like, hell, if I don't notice it, how does anybody else?
I don't look at your floors.
Like,
I
we
don't come to your
sweep
house to
and
see
vacuum.
your house. I come to your house to see you.
Yeah.
It's just different. But you're that one friend. He's the friend, again, I told you, he's house sat for us. And I don't know why we ever asked him. Hey, Amy, I'm going through your dresser. I'm going through your nightstand. Hey, what's in your bathroom cabinet? I don't think he's ever gone
Well, you
through
put
my
a
stuff.
sign
for that.
on the thing that said, "Do not go into my nightstand."
You're so making that up. That's
of
a
course
lie.
I'm gonna go through it.
But
Back
my
to real
dogs
estate.
love him.
Real estate.
Back to real estate.
Okay.
Change the subject. If you're walking in a house, speaking of paint chip and everything, what's the first thing that you notice? Like, get out the car, go to the door, open the Supra. What's the first thing you notice? Is it
For
smell?
me,
Is it
oh,
color of
smell.
the door?
I went into an
Is
open
it
house and the
paint?
smell was. We couldn't figure it out, and they were like, "You smell it too?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I would never consider buying this house because of the smell. Because I don't know what it is. And it kind of pisses me off because I'm going, if you just paint, the smell goes away.
It's
Like
a
it wasn't
paint
carpet.
can mask a lot of things. It's a 2-in-1. First of all, when I was selling my own home, an agent said, paint your door. You're an agent. You should know. I'm staring at your door. I was completely blind to it. But it was such great canned feedback. So buyers were sizing up your porch, your entrance, your door as you're unlocking the door.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's the all-in-one. I noticed, is it bright? Because dark makes me sad. So is it bright? It's the smell and that first, so how the lights on, it's colors. If there's a loud or harsh color or very, very dark, I'm going, ooh.
For me, it's gonna be the yard, and then every time I bend down to get the Supra, is there wood rot around the door?
Because that's where your eyes are for 20 seconds.
What's a super?
It's our lock box.
how our
It's the
lock
service
box.
that holds our lock. We call them super boxes.
And
Yeah.
so it's
Okay.
the yard and the front appearance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
obviously when you open the door, the smell's gonna hit you right away. So
Yeah.
it's
Uh-huh.
whatever. And I know that if I walked into this house and it was for sale, I would notice the chip paint, like where the dogs
Yeah.
scratch and stuff like that. And it would totally bring down the value of the house for me, even this small, easy fix, because I would think the whole house was a fixer. If your main
It's
area
first
had
impressions.
chip paints, and I would think, oh, wow, okay, this I got to do a lot. I don't know. I just
So I don't
dirty
remember.
carpet and paint, or
I remember when you were buying this house, though. It was more about the story the house told you. You were talking about the things you wanted to do there. The kids were younger.
yes. But they had also redone this. This was totally, the downstairs was totally redone. when I got here.
So but you were saying, I've got to have, this would be a great place for me to have my kids, for the have,
Yes.
you were already visualizing what you'd be doing in the house with parties.
Yes.
So there was nothing that distracted you. So if it was
Yeah.
redone, that's why.
And it is funny. I think we've talked about this before of how you kind of the same in dating. You overlook things because if you're a positive
Absolutely.
person, you see those good things and you're
Absolutely.
overlooking. So maybe I don't have to paint when I sell this
You have to
What?
paint, David. You have to paint.
Now, what do you think? What's important to you when you go to look at a house?
I'm gonna at whatever level notice if they took care of that. That to me tells me that I don't take care of it.
When you
We're
live in a
looking at
house,
the
you're
door
blind.
jam where the dogs.
You have a
just
dog.
scratch- yes, and it just needs painting. And if that was somewhere that if I walked into a house and they didn't care enough to fix that, I would wonder, did they ever clean their air conditioner? Did they ever service it? Did they ever?
Okay, but that's
Anything?
it's proximity. Or because you think, okay, well, if this isn't done, then what else isn't done?
Right.
Versus if something is well maintained,
Right.
you're like, oh, I bet the rest of the house is. But
Yeah.
you know as well as I do, if I go to sell my house, if you go to sell, we know we're blind. We're going to bring in people before it ever hits the market and go, okay, walk through, tag everything I need to do because they're going to see things, smell
Yes.
things, recommend things that are kind of our blind spots. And you're going to have the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing for pricing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I sat right here and I think it was my first podcast. And I asked Ben Dings, okay, hey, if you walked into my house and I said I wanted to list, what was the first thing you told me? He took a second, he didn't want to say it. He goes, I would tell you to declutter this kitchen. And every one of my friends just laughed. They saw it and they were like, that's 100%.
It's
accurate.
important though, because
It is.
people come in and want to see, imagine, the true
Yeah.
space. And
Because I've filled up my counter space with something that holds utensils and the
But that's
toaster
important.
But
oven.
that's the way you live in it. The
Right.
way you live in a house and the way you sell a house are typically very different.
Exactly.
I can
Because
kind
they
of,
can't envision their coffee pot because I've got
Yours
four
is
things taking
already-
up that space.
but I have the same issue because
Yeah.
I have my get to it later pile
Yeah.
and it's a large pile. So
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. I'm blind, but other people coming in would notice that.
All right.
Good
All right,
stuff.
so we are decorating our house for Halloween, but with very minimal, maybe just some pumpkins, some fall colors.
yeah,
Appeal to
Christmas,
all.
we can have our tree.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple lights, but we don't want to see them in the photos.
Right. Go ahead and have your photos
not a million
before.
blow-ups in the front.
No blow-ups in the front, even though they're the greatest thing ever and they make everyone happy. And if you have a problem with them, then you're a bad person and you don't love Jesus either.
That's kind of my thought.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, well, thank y'all very much. Thank you, Mr. Tanner. Good to have you
Good to have
back.
you. Glad to have
Amy, last time she broke the camera, didn't record. If it happens again, you're never coming
I've
back.
never, ever,
I'll
ever.
have to check the camera. Hopefully it's still recording. Looks like it is. So, but thank y'all very much. Closing Time Podcast, Berkshire Hathaway. Happy Halloween. We will see y'all next time.